So we do want to get over to 13 News reporter Payton May joining us live in studio this morning. As Payton, you spent hours in that area of the law enforcement presence yesterday. So can you tell us what it was like over there?
Yeah, Tulipay. Well, all law enforcement had left by yesterday morning, but a few of the neighbors that I talked to say they were still shocked at what had happened. I talked to one man who's lived in a nearby neighborhood for more than 30 years. He says that street was blocked off for hours by dozens of law enforcement vehicles and has really put everyone in the community on edge.
We don't know for sure what's going on, if there's like a lunatic kidnapping people, which I don't think is the case, but that hasn't been ruled out.
Other neighbors I talked to say they knew the people living in that home and don't know why it was targeted. Authorities have yet to tell us that either, but did say it was based on a lead they received. No arrest came out of the search warrant, but Fred and his neighbors say they just hope this all ends soon.
I mean, if we knew that this was 100% a targeted attack because of who Nancy's daughter is and, you know, very wealthy and things like that, but we don't. So it's really the fear of the unknown. Once I figure this out, it will probably make me feel a little better, but it's still a horrible tragedy.
Other neighbors felt the same, hoping it would finally bring some answers to this case. However, everyone I spoke to says they're praying for the Guthrie family and hope that Nancy Guthrie is found safely. As we mentioned, law enforcement made no arrests from that search warrant. However, the Pima County Sheriff's Department says they'll continue to work with the FBI to investigate every lead that they receive.
That's right, Payton. So speaking of those leads, we're also following a law enforcement activity that was at a nearby Culver's less than 2 miles away from the Guthrie home. And that's at River Road and First Avenue. So Payton, what do we now know about the scene that was taking place over there?
Well, law enforcement tell us they conducted a traffic stop there, questioned a person, and also made no arrests. Law enforcement, including the FBI, appeared to be taking photos and gathering evidence from a silver Range Rover in that Culver's parking lot. We asked the Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos about why there was such an interest in this vehicle. Sheriff Nanos told 13 News that this was a lead that led to a search warrant and no arrest as well. Now, I spoke to the owner of that Culver's. He says law enforcement has reached out for footage. And while his team wants to help, he says their resources are pretty limited. So have you previously turned over surveillance footage for them to look at?
No, there's nothing available for it, unfortunately. Yeah.
Do you guys have cameras here?
We do, and we are right in the middle of a complete camera install right now.
Norton added that they're still trying to help whoever they can and are praying for Guthrie's safe return. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos told 13 News that we could expect more police activity like this as investigators work through all leads. We'll be continuing to follow any activity in the area and be sharing the very latest both on air and online at KOLD.com. Reporting live in studio, Payton May, 13 News.
All right, Payton, thank you. We'll check back in with you shortly.